Hello, I'm Mr. Chaos, and I'm going to be making a video response to a video called The Truth About Clop by Bryan Marsh. If you guys haven't seen the original video first, I recommend pausing this video right now, going to the description, and watching it for yourself first. But if you've already done that, yeah, I'm going to be making a response video, and Bryan, a lot of the things you said in the video were right on target. And I want to say what I think personally in a bit of a different way. First off, I definitely agree with you. Porn is wrong. Personally, the problems I have with just any porn in general existing is because of its existence, there has been an increase in cheating, and of course cheating leads to divorce or sometimes even worse, a murder or something. There's been an increase in people sleeping around, or an increase of people experimenting before they're married, or before at least they have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or before they're gay or something. And yeah, I definitely agree, porn is most definitely wrong. And now, switching topics here, I know you obviously said Clop is wrong. And for those of you who don't know, Clop is basically MLP porn. You'll find a lot of that stuff on Rule 34 and Derpy Burrow, as long as if you have like the filters turned on to everything, but if you have it set to default, it'll censor it all. So good to stay in the safe zone there if you have kids. And yeah, I personally don't think Clop is entirely wrong. I'm talking about Clop in general. I'm not talking about every single porn. Now, I definitely... The main only reason why I think that Clop is wrong is because it's not kept private enough. And because of that, haters and cyberbullies who want to bring us down or make us feel bad about ourselves keep calling us, "Hey, horse, why are you having sex with your favorite pony?" Or it's because the censorship and the secrecy of Clop is not big enough. There's not enough security. And these haters are able to find evidence, and I know it's a bit of a weird thing to say, but literally the only problem I have with Clop is it gives all the cyberbullies and haters or attackers, more tools to attack us with. And we want to minimize that as much as possible. We want to minimize cyberbullying as much as possible. And I know, Bryan, you said in one point in the video that what porn or Clop or whatever, you said it's not very healthy for a person's mentality. Well, in some circumstances that can be true. But in my case, and a couple of you know, I am in love with Twilight Sparkle. A couple of people know that. I made a couple of references, like when I reacted to that YTP a couple of videos ago, like when that little twerk sign came on the screen and there's Twilight, I'm like, yeah, do it, honey. I'm sorry. Like, I said I'm sorry because, I can't control myself. Like, I saw, my waifu doing that, and, I couldn't help it. But, like, certain reactors, I'm like, okay, sorry for saying that on camera. And, yeah, I've made a couple of other references to my relationship with Twilight, but I've been doing my best to keep it sacred, but the thing with me is, I've seen a lot of Clop before, and yeah, it's disgusting. But you know what, Twilight, it's a weird thing. Like, I don't really consider it wrong. Like, I don't really consider my relationship with Twilight Sparkle very wrong, because something that happened to me a couple of years ago actually kind of ruined me as a person. And it really changed the way I look at relationships, and it changed the way I look at people. And honestly, I'm not really interested, and I don't really want a real relationship because I really don't trust anybody anymore after what happened to me a couple of years ago. Again, I'm not going to go into detail about it because I'm going to wait until after I graduate or after I hit a certain number of subscribers before I tell the full story of Mr. Chaos, but yeah, I've told the full story to a couple of my friends over a Skype call, but they were trustworthy and they didn't tell anybody, so. But basically, having a relationship with Twilight is my comfort zone. And hands up, surrender. I have admired a couple of Clop pictures of her. Yeah, attack me all you want. I don't care. I've had a lot of encounters with cyberbullies who want to target bronies. After all that experience, I don't care, and I know how to get rid of them. Just don't reply to them. Because they want a reaction out of you. They want you to say, don't criticize my lifestyle, or, oh, you're hurting my feelings. Isn't friendship supposed to be magic? No, don't reply to them. Just delete their comment. But I mean, I completely get Bryan's point. Like, any kind of porn in general is wrong, and I'll admit to you, Bryan, I know you're probably going to be watching this. After I watched this video and then I went off thinking about Twilight in my bed and all not, I did feel a little guilty a little bit, but then I kind of got over it, and then I like my relationship again because, again, it's my comfort zone, and I just hate people. And trust me, my friend circle is very restricted. I only look for the very special people like you. But a lot of people, to me, in this human race now are very untrustworthy now. And because of what this generation has done to the world, that hasn't helped my trust for humanity come back. Look, I know this doesn't really have much to do with the topic, but, and a bit of a correction, I not only wanted to tell you my personal opinion about Clop in response to the video, but I also wanted to talk a little bit about myself and how I felt after the video. Yeah, haters, if you want to use this to attack me all you want, go ahead, because I don't care. And, you know, you're setting a good example too, Bryan Marsh. You also said, and I know people are going to hate me for this, and people are going to say, oh, don't criticize my lifestyle, and they're going to say, oh, let us do what we want. And you actually say, no, there is no excuse. It is wrong. That's why I left that comment on your video saying, everything you said in this video was right on target. No disrespect, but are you saying that my relationship with Twilight is wrong? I truly love her. It is not just lust. And that is a fact. I do truly love her. I don't just want her body like all those perverts out there. But good video, Bryan Marsh. Like you made a lot of true and good points, and I hope you don't hate me, or I hope you don't consider me, you know, a pervert, because I'm not. I absolutely despise of that kind of stuff. I despise Rule 34. I despise certain parts of Derpy Burrow. Like, I love Derpy Burrow because of all the art I get to see on there, but whenever I have the filters turned up or down, I'm always exposed to this kind of stuff. Sometimes some good pictures of, you know, my waifu and everything, I'm like, hey, okay, I'll get you. But everything else, I'm like, well, okay, on to the next point. When I see some Clop pictures of, I don't know, Fluttershy or Applejack or Pinkie Pie or something, I do think it's wrong, but also at the same time I think, okay, for everybody else who's like me, who also has a relationship with these certain characters, good for them. Good. I mean, they get some really good content to download as well, so. But that just takes me back to my point. Bryan, please don't hate me. It's just my opinion, and just remember that I also despise of the porn industry. I despise of what the porn industry has done to the human race. And it sickens me to think that more children and more young people go on Rule 34, these sites, as a joke. Like, just have a couple of laughs. Like, it's not funny. Like, where the hell are their parents? They're doing a horrible job. See, now you see why I don't trust this human race anymore, or this generation. And yeah, so all like the bronies watching this, yeah, I will always be a brony. Like I'm not angry or anything, or I'm not trying to quit or anything. I'm just saying what's what. Like I know what is wrong, and to Bryan, very good video, and I mean I really don't know how to feel. Just I did this response because I thought it was kind of the smartest thing to do. Well, maybe it wasn't the smartest, but I did it, so. Yeah, that was my response to your video, Truth About Clop, and look, don't hate me, okay? And judge me a little bit, but come on, don't judge me harshly. All right, so this was my video response to my friend Bryan Marsh's video, and yes, I will see you guys in the next video that I do. Hopefully that'll be soon, because I know my uploads have been slow recently, but it's tough, okay? But when I graduate, hopefully I'll have more free time. But anyway, so this is Mr. Chaos, so bro-hoof to everybody, and don't know what you think of me after this, but have sympathy, okay? I will see you next time.